Have you ever had an argument with someone and thought you were absolutely right, only to walk away and ask yourself, wait a minute, was I the asshole? Well, that's where Reddit comes in. So join me each day as we read through the top Am I the Asshole post and ask the question, was this person indeed the asshole or not? As always, leave your opinion in the comments below and let me know if you agree or disagree with my take on it. Let's get started. Okay, so what is the hot topic on Reddit today, or one of the hot topics? Am I the asshole for demanding respect from my daughter in law? And if she can't, then get the F out. Yes, I'm saying F because I don't want to risk getting demonetized in the future if I ever do get monetized. Um, I'm a young mother in law. I'm only 39. Had my kids pretty young, and I'm very lucky that my husband makes a lot of money, so I don't have to work. I was a stay at home mom for a long time, and once they started to spread their wings instead of going to work, my husband and I decided I would be a homemaker and be active in the community. Okay, that's reasonable. If you both agree on that, that's fine. That's what I have been up to, and I try to make the community a better place. Okay, subjective opinion. I just say that because I wonder what you're doing to make it a better place and how often you're doing it. Those are the questions I would ask. Like, you're spending your time helping the community. Okay, how much time? What are you doing? I would just, for my own benefit, like to know that so I can have a better view here. Now, my oldest son, 22, is married, and I was really excited until I met her. In general, she is a very business focused person that is very blunt. I actively dislike her, but I try to be polite for my son's sake. So, you dislike her just because she's very different from you, apparently? I mean, yeah, you're a stay at home mom, homemaker now, stay at home wife, I should say. And you actively dislike her because she's business focused and is very blunt. That kind of says more about you than her. I mean, there's nothing wrong with her being business focused. A lot of people are. If a man was business focused, you wouldn't be saying anything, probably. But because the girl is business focused, that's a problem. I mean, look, your husband makes a lot of money, so you don't have to work. So that means your husband is probably business focused, and that's okay with you. Why is it okay for you, with you, for your husband to be business focused, but your daughter in law to not be business focused? So far, just from that little, 3 sentence paragraph, kind of seeming like it's your problem. A few examples of why I don't like her. Her wedding gift, I handed over saying it was from me and my husband. She responded back with just your husband, since I know it wasn't your money that paid for it. Okay, that was a bit of an asshole-ish move. Saying I'm volunteering, well, that's not a real job since it doesn't make money. It's passive aggressive, and yes, I have talked to my son about it, and even once with her to try to clear the air. Okay, you're seeming a bit more reasonable now. We had a get together last night, and I made a homemade meal. When I was playing everything, playing everything, plating everything. When I was doing something, she came up and made the comment, no wonder I could make a home cooked meal. I don't do anything else with my day. I lost it and told her that she needs to respect me or get the F out of my house. She was shocked and then started to cry when I did kick her out. My son is pissed and we had a huge argument and he called me a big asshole. I need an outside opinion. Okay. Respect that you're reaching out to get an outside opinion. I like that, which is what everyone's doing here. So I have to respect everyone in this community for reaching out to get an outside opinion because it does take guts to do that. It really does. No one wants to put themselves out there to be shown that maybe they are incorrect. So respect to you for that. Now, I'm going to say what kind of put me off initially about you, about the poster here, is I actively dislike her, right? That kind of raises my hackles, so to speak. Something seems wrong about that. I would say I dislike her. That would be fine, but actively means you're making an effort to try to dislike her, which is a very odd thing to do. So that turned me off a bit. But your examples of things that she said to you, I could see why you would dislike her. The things that she said to you are inappropriate, they're insensitive. If she really cares about your son, she should not be saying those things. She should be trying to maintain the peace and get along with you because you are, of course, his mother. So it doesn't help your son for her to have a malicious relationship with you. So I would say, honestly speaking, after reading all of it, I jumped the gun a bit early there, but after reading the final 3 paragraphs, I would say, nah, I don't think you are the asshole in this situation. She was being very rude. She's a guest in your home. You cooked for her, and she should not behave that way. She should not say those things. And for your original gift that you got her, that you and your husband got for her, the wedding gift, yeah, maybe it was the husband's money. I get that. But at the same time, if you are the homemaker and you are contributing to the home, you're doing the cleaning, the cooking, and you're using your time to be active in the community, you're carrying your weight in the relationship, right? So I can't fault you for that. I mean, the gift is from both of you because he carries one side of the relationship and you carry the other side, the other duties of the relationship. So you put those things together. You clean the home, you cook the meals. He benefits from that. He makes the income. You benefit from that. It's a shared pool of resources. It's a shared pool of responsibility. And the gift was probably something that, yes, while it's his money, you probably had a hand in picking it out. So for her to say that was uncalled for. So yeah, I'm going to say you are not the asshole here. I think you are right to kick her out and to say not come back for the next certain amount of time until she gets her act together in terms of how she respects you. Now, I will say the one thing I do disagree with you about, though, is that you seem to have a dislike that she's very business focused and blunt. Again, if it's okay for your husband, it's okay for her. Being blunt doesn't mean being insensitive. I hate the way people get these two things mixed up. I can be a very direct and blunt person, but I try to be polite and sensitive in my bluntness about what I say to people. Because I do think we have to be honest to people. I do think we have to have open and honest communication. And you can't have that without some degree of bluntness. But you have to be tactful as well in terms of how you phrase things. So, polite bluntness is a thing. So, what are the opinions down here? Not the asshole. Your daughter in law is a total asshole. Just because you don't conform to her business focused personality doesn't mean you've done anything wrong. What you and your husband have works for the two of you, yes, and and the two of you, and you volunteer for the community. Whether it pays or doesn't take away from your commitment, responsibility to others. Your daughter-in-law is a piece of work. I would agree. And yeah, I would also stretch it to say your husband could be, not your husband, your son could be a bit more sensitive to the situation. I come from the school of thought that in general, the spouse supports the spouse against the parents because I think that this is the person that you say you love and you're going to spend the rest of your life with. Whereas you should respect your parents, but again, if you're going to have a long-term and healthy relationship with someone, you should be on their side. In general, not always. If your spouse is wrong, they're wrong. And you should actively say something in that situation. So I would say your son, he's also maybe not doing what he should do. He should be the bridge and he should help to facilitate better communication between both of you and better understanding between both of you. And it doesn't seem like he may be doing that. So I would put him a bit at fault here as well. But yeah, no, definitely not the asshole. So what do you guys think? Do you think I'm right, wrong on this one? What are your opinions? Share in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time.